Okay, picture this for a second. It's Sunday night. You shut your laptop, head to bed, and while you're fast asleep, an AI tool is just working for you. Writing content, whipping up designs, doing research, basically knocking out work that would normally take you hours upon hours. Then, you wake up Monday morning and realize something pretty wild. You didn't hire a single employee, you didn't rent out some pricey office space, and you sure didn't burn through thousands of dollars to make it happen. In fact, you spent literally zero capital, none. So today, in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly how you can build a legitimate side hustle with absolutely no money, all by leveraging artificial intelligence.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our roadmap for today. We'll kick things off with the $0 revolution, then move into owning your audience. After that, we'll explore zero inventory e-commerce, look at serving other businesses, and finally, we'll ground ourselves with the reality of AI.
All right, part 1. The $0 revolution. Seriously, what if your business literally cost $0 to get off the ground? Look, for decades, starting any kind of business meant you needed serious cash. I mean, the barriers were just huge. You had to buy inventory, get equipment, hire staff, drop a fortune on ads, and, those massive hurdles stopped millions of people from ever taking that very first step. But today, AI is completely rewriting the rules, and it's doing it way faster than anyone saw coming. Those massive financial walls, they are completely disappearing.
Just think about it. The old way of building a business is just so heavy. It's so expensive. You're dealing with boxes of physical inventory, you're managing staff, you're paying rent for an office, and you're basically bleeding cash before you've even made a single sale. But then you compare that to this new AI model. You're leveraging free tools, you're automating all the tedious, boring stuff, and you're launching as a one-person powerhouse with a budget of exactly $0. It's a fundamental game-changing shift in how businesses can be built from the ground up.
Moving right along to section 2, owning your audience.
Now, when we talk about YouTube, a lot of people just assume you need expensive, high-end cameras, perfect lighting, and, well, the insane confidence to be on camera every single day. But honestly, that's just not true anymore. Enter the faceless channel. These are YouTube channels pulling in massive views without the creator ever once showing their face. You absolutely do not need a fancy studio, you just need a smart strategy. Some of the biggest niches for this right now are business stories, tech, history, mystery content, finance, and of course, AI news.
And this brilliantly illustrates how AI essentially becomes your ultimate production team. Think about it. It finds your video ideas by researching topics, it drafts up your entire script, generates incredibly lifelike voiceovers, designs these super eye-catching thumbnails, and even helps out with the actual editing. So one single person can now pull off the exact same workload that used to require a whole studio full of expensive specialized professionals. It's wild.
Okay, let's pivot for a second to the AI newsletter business. Just imagine having an audience that a random social media algorithm literally cannot take away from you. That is the true magic of a newsletter. Every single subscriber is voluntarily inviting you straight into their inbox. And the workflow here is incredibly smooth. AI steps in to help you spot current trends, summarize massive walls of data, brainstorm catchy headlines, and draft out your outlines. You aren't playing some guessing game with an unpredictable algorithm anymore. You have direct, owned communication.
And as that subscriber list starts to grow, wow, that owned attention turns directly into multiple streams of income. Almost overnight, you're looking at monetizing through sponsorships, setting up partnerships, selling digital products, or even offering consulting and affiliate links. Look, attention on the internet is super valuable, right? But an email list, that owned attention, is absolutely the most valuable asset you can possibly hold.
Which brings us to section 3, zero inventory e-commerce.
Let's be real. Physical products bring physical headaches. You got to figure out where to store everything, deal with the absolute nightmare of shipping logistics, process returns when customers change their minds, and basically absorb all the financial risk of buying stuff up front. Digital products, they wipe out almost all of those problems. You build the thing once and you sell it again and again to an infinite number of people. Zero storage required, zero shipping involved. It's just beautifully simple.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the concept of infinite scale. Whether you're putting together study templates, budget planners, productivity systems, or just sleek resume templates, AI is there to help brainstorm the ideas and structure the content for you. All you have to do is review and polish it up. But here is the absolute best part. Whether you sell one single copy or 10,000 copies, your production costs never go up. The product is already finished.
But hey, maybe you really do want to sell physical goods. If so, you've got to use the print-on-demand model. Imagine launching your own clothing line without having to buy a single t-shirt up front.
With this model, products are only actually made after a customer explicitly pays for them. No warehouses, no dusty boxes of unsold merch sitting in your garage. And you can lean heavily on AI to instantly generate some truly amazing designs for shirts, posters, mugs, phone cases, you name it.
But, and this is a big but, here's the critical insider tip for print on demand. The internet is already overflowing with generic, boring stores. To actually win here, you have to serve a hyper-specific, super passionate community. I'm talking fitness fanatics, obsessed pet owners, hardcore gamers, or travel junkies. The more specific you get with your target audience, the easier it is to use AI to design exactly what those specific people are actually begging to buy.
All right, on to Section 4, serving other businesses.
Think about the millions of local businesses out there, the neighborhood restaurants, the local gyms, the small retail shops. They all face the exact same nightmare every single week. They know they need an online presence, but they're just way too busy running their actual day-to-day business to post consistently on social media. Enter you as an AI content agency. You can swoop right in and use AI to drastically speed up brainstorming content ideas, writing clever captions, organizing their posting schedules, and doing market research. With AI, you can easily juggle way more client work than was ever humanly possible for one person.
So the crucial point is this. Businesses pay for solutions. They do not pay for complexity. You don't need to be some world-class guru-level marketer to make this happen. You literally just need to step in and solve a massive headache that these businesses are already struggling with. They just want the burden of online consistency taken completely off their plates, and you can be the one to do it.
Let's move to and see how this builds into Section 5, the reality of AI.
Okay, reality check time. The internet absolutely loves to promise overnight riches, but, real businesses just do not work that way. AI is incredible leverage. It gives you unprecedented speed, crazy efficiency, and massive scale. But let's be crystal clear, it is not a magical money printer. It's not going to make you successful if you don't put in the effort. The biggest mistake I see beginners make, especially with YouTube or agency models, is expecting to go viral on day one. Listen, your first video might get 10 views, your second might get 20. At the end of the day, real, grinding consistency is still the true currency of success.
The folks who actually pull this off and succeed with AI side hustles, they usually follow a very strict 4-step formula. First, they just start. They get out of their own way. Second, they actively work to improve their quality over time. Third, they stay perfectly consistent. And fourth, they completely refuse to quit during that brutal slow phase. And trust me, most people quit after just a couple of weeks. The real tragedy is that sometimes success is literally just days away right when they decide to throw in the towel. So here is your ultimate takeaway from this explainer. The biggest advantage you can have today isn't having the deepest pockets or buying the fanciest equipment or hiring the biggest team. No, it is learning how to use new technology faster than your competition. Artificial intelligence has fundamentally leveled the playing field. It's handed ordinary people the kind of raw power that honestly used to strictly belong to massive, super wealthy corporations.
The opportunity is quite literally staring you right in the face. The question isn't whether AI can help you build a business anymore. That's been decisively answered. The real question, the one you've got to answer for yourself right now, is this. Which one of these blueprints are you going to start this weekend? Because 12 months from now, you're either going to look back at this exact moment wishing you had just started, or you're going to be incredibly, incredibly grateful that you did.